Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we are diving into one of the most secretive and least discussed layers of modern warfare, a domain that most people never see but which silently decides the fate of nations. Israel's hidden space defense has long been rumored, occasionally hinted at, but rarely explained in full. What you are about to hear is not science fiction, not exaggeration, but a realistic breakdown of how Israel has quietly built a defensive shield far beyond its borders, extending all the way into space. For decades, Israel has lived under constant security pressure, surrounded by threats that evolve faster than traditional defenses. Missiles became faster, drones became smaller, and cyber warfare became invisible. But above all of this, space emerged as the ultimate high ground. Whoever controls space controls early warning, communication, navigation, and targeting. Israel understood this reality earlier than most. Israel's space defense story does not start with massive space stations or flashy announcements. It starts with silence, planning, and precision. While the world focused on visible conflicts, Israel invested heavily in satellites that could see farther, faster, and clearer than ever before. These were not just observation tools. They were the eyes and ears of an entirely new defense doctrine. One of the core pillars of Israel's hidden space defense is its network of reconnaissance satellites. These satellites are designed to monitor hostile activity across vast regions, day and night, in any weather. High-resolution imaging allows Israel to detect missile preparations, troop movements, and infrastructure changes long before threats become active. This early warning capability alone changes the balance of power, but imaging is only one layer. Signals intelligence satellites play an even more critical role. These platforms intercept communications, radar emissions, and electronic signals across thousands of kilometers. By analyzing these signals, Israel can map enemy networks, identify command centers, and predict potential attacks with alarming accuracy. In modern warfare, information is more powerful than firepower. Another hidden aspect is Israel's ability to protect its own satellites. Space is no longer a peaceful environment. Anti-satellite weapons, jamming systems, and cyber attacks now threaten orbital assets. Israel has quietly developed defensive measures to ensure its satellites remain operational even under attack. These include hardened electronics, encrypted communication links, and rapid maneuvering capabilities. Israel's space defense is deeply integrated with its missile defense systems on Earth. Satellites provide real-time tracking data for incoming ballistic and hypersonic threats. This data feeds directly into systems like Arrow, David's Sling, and Iron Dome. The result is faster reaction times and higher interception success rates. Without space-based sensors, these systems would be far less effective. What makes Israel's approach unique is its emphasis on redundancy. No single satellite is irreplaceable. Israel operates constellations rather than individual platforms, ensuring that even if one asset is lost, the system as a whole continues functioning. This philosophy reflects Israel's broader defense mindset. Expect attacks and prepare to survive them. There is also strong evidence that Israel has invested in space situational awareness. This means tracking objects in orbit, identifying potential threats, and understanding what adversaries are doing in space. Knowing when a hostile satellite changes orbit or activates a new sensor can provide critical strategic warnings. In space, subtle movements can signal major intentions. Cyber defense is another invisible layer of Israel's space strategy. Satellites are essentially computers in orbit, and like all computers, they are vulnerable to hacking. Israel is widely believed to have developed advanced cyber protection measures to prevent unauthorized access or control. This includes real-time monitoring and rapid countermeasures against intrusion attempts. Israel's space defense is not limited to defense alone. Deterrence plays a major role. By demonstrating advanced space capabilities, even quietly, Israel sends a clear message to adversaries. Any attempt to surprise or overwhelm the country is likely to fail. This deterrence reduces the likelihood of escalation before conflicts even begin. One of the most controversial and least discussed aspects is the possibility of offensive space capabilities. While Israel officially emphasizes defense, many analysts believe it has developed means to disable or interfere with hostile satellites if necessary. This could include electronic warfare, cyber attacks, or other classified methods. The goal would not be destruction, but disruption at critical moments. Israel's collaboration with allies also strengthens its space defense. Data sharing, joint research, and cooperative monitoring extend Israel's situational awareness far beyond what it could achieve alone. These partnerships multiply the effectiveness of space-based assets and create a broader security network across regions. What truly sets Israel apart is how seamlessly space defense is integrated into everyday military operations. Space is not treated as a separate domain. It is embedded into Air Force planning, intelligence analysis, and missile defense coordination. Decisions on the ground are often shaped by information coming from hundreds of kilometers above Earth. The development of Israel's space defense did not happen overnight. It required decades of investment, technological innovation, and strategic patience. Many early projects failed or faced limitations, but each provided lessons that shaped more advanced systems. This long-term commitment is something few countries have matched. Another critical factor is Israel's domestic technology ecosystem. Close cooperation between the military, intelligence agencies, and private industry has accelerated innovation. Startups specializing in optics, AI, data analysis, and cybersecurity often contribute directly or indirectly to space defense capabilities. This creates a constant flow of new ideas and solutions. Artificial intelligence now plays a growing role in Israel's space defense. With enormous volumes of data coming from satellites, human analysts alone are not enough. AI systems help identify patterns, flag anomalies, and prioritize threats. This allows faster decision-making in scenarios where minutes or even seconds matter. Israel's space defense also reflects lessons learned from past conflicts. Surprise attacks, intelligence failures, and delayed responses have shaped a mindset focused on anticipation rather than reaction. Space-based systems provide the earliest possible warning, giving leaders more options and time to respond. Despite its sophistication, Israel's space defense remains largely invisible to the public. There are no parades or dramatic reveals. This secrecy is deliberate. By keeping capabilities ambiguous, Israel increases uncertainty for adversaries. They never know exactly what is being watched, tracked, or prepared for. Looking ahead, Israel's space defense is expected to expand further. Smaller, cheaper satellites launched in larger numbers could increase coverage and resilience. Advances in propulsion may allow more flexible orbits. Improved sensors could detect even stealthier threats. Space will continue to be a critical battlefield. There is also growing concern about the militarization of space worldwide. As more countries deploy weapons and countermeasures in orbit, the risk of conflict increases. Israel's strategy appears focused on stability through strength, ensuring it can protect itself without triggering unnecessary escalation. In many ways, Israel's hidden space defense represents the future of national security. Wars are no longer fought only on land, sea, and air. They are fought in space, in cyberspace, and in the realm of information. Israel has positioned itself at the forefront of this transformation. The true power of Israel's space defense lies not in a single satellite or weapon, but in the system as a whole, a network of sensors, analysts, algorithms, and decision makers working together across domains. This integrated approach makes the system adaptable, resilient, and extremely difficult to defeat. For ordinary citizens, this invisible shield provides a sense of security they may never fully appreciate. Threats are detected, tracked, and neutralized long before sirens sound or headlines appear. The success of the system is measured by what does not happen. As technology continues to evolve, so will the challenges. Hypersonic weapons, autonomous drones, and space-based weapons will test even the most advanced defenses. Israel's response will likely follow the same pattern as before: quiet development, strategic patience, and decisive capability. In the end, Israel's hidden space defense is not about domination but survival. It reflects a nation that understands its vulnerabilities and responds with innovation and foresight. While much remains classified, what is known already reveals a level of sophistication that few countries can match. So the next time you hear about missile interceptions or intelligence breakthroughs, remember that far above the clouds, an unseen battle is constantly being fought. A battle of sensors, signals, and silent guardians in orbit. Israel's hidden space defense may not make headlines, but it plays a crucial role in shaping the security of the region and beyond. If you found this breakdown informative and eye-opening, make sure to watch the full video to understand how space has become the ultimate shield in modern warfare, and how Israel continues to defend itself not just on Earth, but far beyond it.